Hello, and welcome back to the Home Fake Practice Casino. I am Brad. I'm going to be a little verbal at the beginning of this video, and then I'll deal a few live hands. I will shuffle a little bit, so I'm not accused of rigging the deck. Just wanted to go over a few quick basics, troubleshooting off the top of my head. Stop doubling your 8s. 9 is borderline. 10 and 11, depending on the scenario. Stop doubling down 12s and 13s and 14s unless you're soft. Soft meaning ace and the other card. Ace 2, ace 3, ace 4. Why? Because if you're soft, you cannot bust. I have videos loading of Dumb and Dumber that need to follow me and stop playing the way they're playing, and then maybe they'll actually win. They're doubling 8s. Now, sometimes it did work, I'm not going to lie. But stop doing these ridiculous things. Win or lose the right way, if that makes any sense. Hit your 16s against a 7 or higher. Stop with the power of 1, 13 to 14, then stop. 15 to 16, and then stop. Against a high card, there's no difference. 13, 14, same thing. 15, 16, same thing, other than the slight odds of you busting increase. But people really need to start playing my way and losing less with double downs and splits when it's too risky. So I'm going to run a few live hands. I am shuffling. This was at the bottom. I'm putting it at the top. I'm going to cut left and right, up and down. And I am going to burn a handful of cards, so I'm not accused of rigging the deck. There's 4 cards off the top. And I'll even, I'll even shuffle one more time after pulling cards off. So I'm not accused of rigging the deck. Like I said, I will only do that in a real scenario that I have to present to my fans out there. Okay, now these are the big cards, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so 17, up to 17s, okay? This was the first card. Okay, against the 9. Now I'm not going to look because it's not a picture. Kind of a boring scenario. My dad used to say 17 is a dead man's hand. Unless it's soft, you could hit it. But in this scenario, just hope for the best. And sometimes in blackjack, you're going to have 18. The dealer's going to have 9. I'm not saying pulling cards. They're just going to have 19. Or it's just a push. Let's see if they actually have the high card under here. But 17, 17, they both stay. Remember the hand signals? If it was handheld or even not, but you just shake it off. You're waving goodbye to the floor. Together, we'll see it. Okay. It wasn't a big card, so that's good. 15. 15 for the dealer. Pull a card. 16. Okay, there is no power of 1 for the dealer. The dealer has to keep going. 16. 2 shots for the dealer to bust, and the dealer doesn't bust. Tell that to the cards. 15, 19. But if it could happen at home for practice where there's no chips and it's learning, if it can happen here, it can happen in the casino. Always, look, aces are exciting, I get it, but I've always said, reserve judgment till you get both cards. Because you're kind of excited, and I get it. Then they give you a 3. It just deflates your balloon. 8, not horrible. All right. Oh, sorry, I need a second card here. Okay, against the deuce. Okay. This one will go first. Well, I'm just going to start here. 17, nothing you can do. This is interesting. And I'm always honest with my fans. And sometimes it's one decision and that's it. Meaning 14 against an 8. There's no surrender. You hit. 14 against an 8, you hit. Why do I say that? Because that's not this scenario. 19, or in this case, soft 19. Ace 8. You can stay. Nothing wrong with that. Some people out there might say, no, that's a double, mainly because the dealer's showing a deuce. I can understand that. So because this is fake practice, not real money kind of thing, we are going to double this. 2 reasons. 1, if you get a 10, nothing changes. You still have 19. If you happen to get a 19, ace or a deuce, you improve your hand. But the point is, the dealer's showing a bust card. So you can get a very helpful card, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, or the 2. But if you get a crappy card, dealer can still bust. So we are going to double, match the bet, 1 card only. And first step is hoping the dealer busts. Then if they don't, second step is hoping you got a helpful card. And remember, you could just stay with 19, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we'll see what happens. Okay, 5. You know the dealer is going to pull at least 2 cards, but you now hope for big and big, but we'll see. 5. Okay, 15. There's part 1. Part 1. Big and big. Let's see. 15. Ha! Evil dealer. 19. 17 loses again. Now, if you get a picture, it's a hard 19, so it's a push. If you were lucky enough to get an ace or a deuce, you're going to win. Any other card, you lose. But that's this activity. Ugly ass card. Now, I try not to play the what if game, but if we go back real quick, that was here. I'm sorry, no, this was the first card. I'm sorry. Just want to see what would have happened if you stayed. And I don't like doing this, but sometimes it's nice to see both sides. Because sometimes you would have lost either way. 9, if you stayed. Okay, 2 and 5. 2 and 3 is 5. 9. And then the queen. Okay, so if you don't double, I can't say it's right or wrong. You have the option. But if you didn't double, it would have been a push. Okay, that happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more hand. Hope everyone's having a good Friday and has some fun plans for the weekend. Maybe going to the casino. Maybe I'm going to the casino. Don't know yet. We'll see. Wow, a lot of... I could be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Was that 3 17s in a row on this side? Which is good and bad, because you're not hitting, so you can't bust, but then you got to rely on the dealer to do non-dealer things. But okay, here we go. Against an 8. 17. Nothing you can do. Hope for the best. I have Dumb and Dumber loading. 13 against an 8. You hit. There's no... You freaking hit. This is a hitting scenario. You bust. That's part of blackjack. 17. 13. Okay, big to bust. 23. Okay, this person, that's a, I'm sorry, that was a push gesture. This is a push gesture if you have the same total. But, no, get paid. I'm sorry, one more fast one. I'm limited talking. One more fast one. Here we go. 15. Oh, a little better now on this side. 19. Okay, let's do, okay, 10. I have to look to make sure it's not a blackjack. It is not a blackjack. 19 is going to stay. 15 against the high card. Yes, you hit. Yes, you bust. That's part of this game. 19. Hopefully it's good enough. Okay. Big for a picture? Or 12. 22. All right, this person gets paid again. There we go. Good luck out there, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice weekend. I hope the cards fall your way, and don't be an April Fool.